welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. This is the second stop of the 2021 MLF Toyota Series at Lake Texoma. I scratched out a check by the skin of my teeth, and it's all gonna go down right now. All right, stop number 2, MLF Toyota Series Big 5. We're over here at Lake Texoma, boat number 21 out today. Fish has been super tough. It's been a grinder out here, but we're gonna go and just take our time, try to pick at them and try to get a limit. So stay tuned. We're boat number 21, blasting off here in about 3 minutes.
You can have a mixed bag over here.
Yeah.
You can have small, spot and large.
Right on.
I ran straight to a set of docks on the north end of the lake where I started catching some fish the day before, and my co-angler quickly puts one in the boat on a jig.
Got him?
We figured out that the rain the night before had these spots really fired up in this area, and they were really feeding around the little ditches right on the bank.
Spot? Big
Little spot.
Board's right there.
They go 3/4 ounce of food.
There we go. That might be a keeper. I don't know. Small. Nope. Looks like a keeper.
Oh yeah, it's a keeper. Big old spot, huh? Big old chub.
Fish number 1. Little guys right here. Oh, I actually got him.
2?
Yeah. That's okay. Thank you. What is that? A small? Spot. Fish number 2 is a baby. We're gonna have to cull that one.
We had high sun the day before, and you really had to get underneath these walkways to get bed.
Got one. Smallmouth. We've got your little Berkeley Fritz side. It's my jam, chartreuse, which is like a citrus shad. And you saw me catch a couple smallmouth on this bait right here. I probably should have thrown this more. There were some guys that were fishing some riprap and some rock banks, and they were throwing a square bill. Had I had found this bite earlier in practice, I probably could have just ran water and put a lot more fish in the boat. Number 4, well, it's going close. Ah, little guy, don't eat a bitty. Eat a bitty. Poor guy's been caught. All right, so my number 1 key bait on the drop shot for catching limits was the Yamamoto Pro Cinco. I don't know what it is about the Pro Cinco profile, but I learned this in Lake Gunnersville. The spotted bass really like this worm. It's super natural, has a real subtle little pintail on there, and the fish really liked it. Now I rigged this 2 ways, one on a bait caster and one on a spinning rod. And the bait caster was key because it was a lot more accurate for pitching underneath the docks and in between the slips and stuff. All right, got fish number 5 on the jig.
Unfortunately, we had some camera issues here, but I basically moved out to a secondary point where I figured some big largemouth were staging and caught our 5th and 6th fish on the swing head.
All right, keeper number 6 right there.
Day 1, we came in with 15-12, 1 pound shy of the lead and sitting in 3rd place.
Holy cow, what a day. Whew. So I'm watching weigh-in right now. I'm still sitting in 3rd place. What an absolute grind out there, man. I'm actually very fortunate I found this spot literally the last hour of practice. Going out of my mind, running all over the lake, trailer into different ramps, and the end of the day, the 4th day of practice, I pulled into a spot and got about 3 bites in an area, shook them off. Anyways, I just marked it and I figured that's where I'd start. So I ran there first thing this morning. There were some spotted bass in there. I had no idea there were spots until we hooked them. I caught a good one. My co-angler caught a good one. You know, like probably like 2.5 pound spots. And ended up filling the limit on spots, and then mixed bag. I had a smallmouth, 2 smallies in there that I caught, one on a crankbait, one on a drop shot. Pretty much drop shot is what got my limit, and one on the crank. And I knew I needed to cull with largemouth, so I went out, started hitting all my stuff with a jig. I actually caught a 3 pound largemouth on the jig. Got my 5th fish, and literally got up on the deck, threw the jig up there, and stuck that 6.6. If I'd have known I was, going to be a pound or 2 off, I probably should have stayed in that area and culled up. But I figured I needed to manage some of those fish, and I ended up running to the other side of the lake, and I literally culled 1 fish, maybe 2 ounces at the end of the day, and that was the only thing I caught over there. So sitting in 3rd, let's see what we got here. 3rd place still, 16 pounds leading it. I got 15-12, so I'm a pound off. Let's see how it goes tomorrow. All right, my big fish catcher for the day, Berkeley chigger craw on a swing head. And this is actually the bait that I caught my 2 keeper fish in practice. Just a 1/2 ounce swing head jig. I have these custom made with an owner J hook in there. I feel like that owner J hook pins them and they get in the boat every time. I throw it out there on those secondary points where I felt like those bigger fish were supposed to be staging, and that's where I caught that 3.5 and 6 pounder on day 1. All right, day 2, Lake Texoma, sitting in 3rd place. I was a grind out there yesterday, absolute grind. We're gonna grind it out today. 5 bites. I feel like another limit is gonna kind of sit us in a good place. So hopefully make that top 10. Let's go do it.
Well, we've all been here before. Of course, we got the cameramen following us around, doing what they do, making us look good. Then you find yourself scrambling, just trying to get bit. Next thing you know, the day's over. It's time to head to the weigh-in.
Got one. Please be a keeper. Please be a keeper.
Need a net?
Not gonna work.
Huh?
I said that's not gonna work. Hold on, skinny though. It's
Pretty long.
pretty spot way back here. Holy cow. Oh yeah.
You gonna make it?
Yeah, it keeps. Please be a fucking school. Come on. Get it going.
All right, as you guys saw at the end there, I caught that 1 little spotted bass. It cashed me the last check, caught her on the swim jig right there. This is just a poison swim jig. I have my buddy Matt Luna Fishing make me, paired with a little Reaction Innovations lime ice dipper. Anybody knows me knows that's my jam. And man, if I would have just found this bite a little sooner, I probably could have just run water second day, put a limit in the boat, and made that top 10. But you know what, those spotted bass kind of vacated that area that I was fishing day 1. And I caught that 1 little spot in the back of that ditch. There was like a little creek that came in right there, and that spot was sitting in about 2 foot of water.
And that's all she wrote. Only caught 1 fish for 1 pound 9 ounce, Total weight of 1705.
All right, and there you have it. Ended the day with that one spotted bass to cash me the very last check. Unfortunately, didn't make the top 10, but fortunate enough to cash a check to continue on to the third and final stop. Please hit that like and subscribe button. You're not gonna wanna miss out on the third and final stop, going back to Sam Rayburn.